Hi everyone, welcome to today's Vinyasa practice. We're going to be focusing on the hips, the groin and the hamstrings today. So that might mean a couple of blocks will come in handy, or maybe even a strap or a resistance band, something like this, that we'll be using at the end of class. So fetch everything that you need, make sure all is well with the body, know that you can take it whenever you need to. You can dial it down, you can dial it up, just go with your body today and what it needs. And we're going to start in a frog pose. So you might actually want to start long ways on your mat. Take the knees out as wide as feels comfortable so that they're still in alignment with the hips, and then just start to melt into the groin. So just the feet, maybe wing the feet out a little bit, and then depending on where you land, you might drop to forearms, you might drop all the way down towards the chest. You might stay towards your hands, that's absolutely fine. I'm just going to make a little pillow out of my hands for my head to rest and just start to melt into the shape. There might be a shift of the weight back and forward as you find that sweet spot to land in. And when you do, start to send your breath to the groin space. Skandasana chakra is where we work with today with some Muladhara, all the way at the base of the tailbone. This is the area that we're going to be focusing on. Breathing in, can you expand into the ribs, the belly, as you fill up the groin space with air? Inhale. As you exhale, the breath travels out the way it came, all the way back into the belly, into the ribs, the chest, back out the mouth through pursed lips if you like. And this can be quite an intense posture, so really use the breath here to soften the edges of the sensation. Visualize the breath traveling to those points of stickiness, if there are any. And know that you can come out of this if you need to take it a bit more shallow. If you want to deepen it, you can. This is your practice as always. Just listen to where your body is telling you to go. Let's hold for a couple more breaths. Inhale. And exhale, connecting to the breath. For one more, we stay. And exhale. Keep the legs as they are, just press into the knees and the shins as you slowly make your way back up to your hands if you're down. And then just shuffle the knees a little bit closer together. Bring the thighs to connect. Turn back onto the long edge of your mat. And just take a child's pose back with the knees connecting, the thighs connecting. Walk the hands out ahead. Just allow the sensations of that posture to move in whichever area they are migrating to. A big breath in, we inhale. And exhale. We start to wave it forward on our next inhale breath. And exhale, tuck the toes, find a downward facing dog. Take a few breaths just to melt into the shape, taking any movements that want to happen here. I always find that down dog is so stiff to begin with. No matter how many times we explore this in every class, I feel like I still need to find my way into it every single time, and that is totally fine. And when you're ready, you're going to press the left foot into center, start to lift the right leg to the sky, find a three-leg dog. As you exhale, bend the knee and open the hip. Next, inhale, re-lengthen that leg, and you're going to circle the right leg around, keeping it long, towards that right hand, tap the foot towards the ground, and then scoop it back up to the sky, three-leg dog. Take an inhale. As you exhale, drop down towards the left knee. Take a baby chaturanga, the elbows bend, the heart drops towards the floor. As you inhale, drag the heart through, connect both knees down towards the ground, up dog. And take it back to downward facing dog, exhale. Take a big breath in and wave it forward, drop down towards the knees, exhale. You're going to send the right leg out towards the side of the space and start to walk the hands forward, melt the heart down towards the floor again, but this time you're going to send the sit bones towards the left heel. And just shifting the weight forward and back here, you might drop to forearms, inhale, move forward. And exhale, take it back, left glute towards left heel. Finding all that space into the groin, we inhale, travel forward. Exhale, travel back. From here, the left toes stay tucked. Come towards the hands, plant the palms, and lift the left knee away from the ground. Find a wide-legged stance, prasarita. The hands are going to take both ankles, move the weight into the balls of the feet, halfway lift. Elbows bend, we fold together, exhale. Breathing here for one. Can you tilt the tailbone up towards the sky and exhale? Travel back towards the top of your mat. Scoop the right leg towards the sky, 3-leg dog. Exhale, land it back to your downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here, adjust the hands and the feet as you need. Soften the back of the neck, head can sway from side to side, and the gaze is soft beyond the knees. Exhale. Gorgeous, everyone. Step the right foot in center. Lift the left leg to the sky, 3-leg dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale. Re-extend on an inhale. Keep the leg straight. Send the weight forward. We tap the left foot towards the side of the left hand. And then scoop it all the way back up. Take an inhale. As you exhale, wave it forward. Drop the right knee down towards the ground. And take a chaturanga all the way down. The heart lowers. Keep the left leg floating. As you inhale, drop the left knee. Find your upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. We exhale. A full breath in. And a full breath out. We drop back down to knees, tabletop. We step the left foot out in space, in alignment with that hip, and then start to walk the hands forward. As you inhale, travel forward, maybe ground the elbows, the forearms. And as you exhale, push back into the hands, send the glutes back towards the right heel. Find that nice groin stretch. Inhale, travel forward. Exhale to travel back. One more like this, inhale. And exhale, send it back and lengthen. Hands land back to the mat, palms flat. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee. And then find your prasarita again. The hands might find the ankles or the floor. Take a halfway lift. The weight travels forward. Notice how the toes have to activate here. And exhale. Use a little bit of strength in the arms to guide the heart through. We find the hamstrings, maybe even into the backs of the glutes. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Travel back towards the top of the mat. Hands plant. Left leg goes high, 3-leg dog. Exhale, take it back to your downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. We're going to bring the feet a bit closer together. Lift the heels, gaze forward, bend into the knees, and you're going to jump and land in your malasana. So take a big hop and then land feet outside the hands. I'm just going to come to this side so that I can show you what's happening next. Start to lift through the heart, inhale. Gently lift the glutes away from the ground. There's an activation here. So you're really lifting up and out. Lift the heart, lift the gaze. A full breath in. And a full breath out, exhale. Press into the heels, come to stand. Inhale, heel toe the feet a bit closer together. Lift the arms alongside the ears, send the hips forward. Take a back bend at the top, see thumbs. Exhale, take it down to fold. Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands towards the earth. Step it back to your high plank. And start to melt the hips down towards the ground, hanging upward facing dog. Draw shoulders back, lift the gaze. And exhale, we take it high, downward facing dog. The right leg goes high, 3-leg dog. Knee to nose, we exhale, land the right foot, drop down towards the left knee. Keep your fingertips planted, send them further forward. And I want you to send the right knee past the right big toe or in that direction. So keep actively pressing down through the hands or fingers. You can have blocks to the hands as well. And then start to lift the heart as though you're dragging that left hip forward. Breathing here, inhale. Exhale. Really finding that left hip flexor, inhale fully. And exhale, nice everyone. Come back to a normal alignment of your low lunge here. Take an inhale, sweep the arms alongside the ears. And exhale, the right hand is going to take the left wrist. We side stretch over to the right. So as though you're almost pulling that left arm up and over, we create all that space into the left side of the body. And we also find the psoas muscle here. So this is the hip flexor. It wraps all the way from the front of the hip into the top side of the glute and into the lower back. Keep pressing into the right foot. Draw the right knee through center. Big breath in. And side stretch. Make that space as you exhale. Come through center on your inhale. Tuck the left toes. We're going to take a long pyramid. So as you travel back with the hips, keep the back heel lifted. You might shuffle the foot even further away and then start to fold forward. Options, you can walk the hands towards the front foot. You might even choose to walk the hands towards the back foot and then start to drop the chin towards the front shin. Breathing here too. Exhale. Breathing for 1. And exhale, nice. Travel forward with the hands again. Re-bend into the right knee and we Skandasana. We turn the toes towards the left and the left leg stays long. Right hand goes low. Take a side stretch. Left arm lifts. Inhale. Exhale, you might choose to take a bind here around the front of the shin. You can hold a piece of clothing or you can hold your hands to connect the bind and be here. If you want to take this into a side crow, you're going to rotate your chest towards the right, bring the hands towards the top of your mat so that the elbows connect to the outer right thigh, and then start to travel forward from here. So maybe this is a place that we explore today from our Skandasana. We're all going to meet back there eventually. One breath if you're in your balance. And exhale, release the right foot back down towards the floor. Let's all meet into our Skandasana. Take an inhale to reset. And as you exhale, we meet back in our Prasarita. Start to lengthen both legs, halfway lift, inhale. Take a fold and exhale. We're all going to rise on our inhale, come to stand, ground through the heels. Turn the heels in and find your goddess pose, exhale here. Lift and lengthen again, we inhale. Take it back down to fold. Peace fingers are going to find the big toes, Prasarita D. Weight moves forward, inhale. And we send it into a fold, exhale. If you want to take it up to any headstands, or if you'd rather keep it in the hamstrings, this is where we will be. One more breath. If you're upside down, start to bring it back down, flex the feet. We meet in Prasarita. Take halfway lift, fingertips, lift the heart, and forward fold, exhale. We turn towards the back of our mat, left foot, drop the right knee, find your low lunge, Anjaneyasana, inhale. As we exhale, send the sit bones back, Ardha Hanuman, fold, exhale. So the left leg stays long. You can walk the hands out ahead. You can use your blocks here as well. If the floor feels a little bit far away. And I want you to think about dragging that left foot back towards you, the right hip forward. The tailbone moves back as you press the hands forward as well. So you've got this oppositional directions happening in the body, all created by your own efforts. Sometimes so much harder that way. And if you want a little bit of a challenge here, I'm going to give you a couple of options. You could start to press through the hands and you could lift the left heel away from the ground, round through the back. Or you can take it hands free, interlace the hands behind the back, lift the knuckles and fold here. 2 breaths. One more breath. And exhale, nice everyone. Pop your blocks to one side, travel back to the top of your mat. We meet in our Malasana again, drag the back foot to join, separate the feet, drop the sit bones low, take an inhale, lift the heart, and exhale. Stand tall on your inhale, start to rise, and exhale, find Samastitihi, hand to heart, hand to lower belly, take a big breath in, just a moment to reset, reconnect. And we take it to the other side, over Hastasana, inhale. Take a forward fold and exhale. Halfway we lift. Step it back to your high plank. And you're just gonna lower the hips, find your hanging upward facing dog, roll shoulders back and away. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg high, 3-leg dog. Bend the knee, open the hip, exhale. Re-extend, land the left foot in between the hands and drop towards the right knee. Keep the fingertips grounded, send them a bit further forward and then start to drag the left knee towards or past the toes. From here, use that connection downwards through the hands to lift the heart. As though you're pulling that right hip forward and you're making space between the left ribs and the left thigh. Lift your drishti if you can, just gazing out ahead past the tip of the nose. Let's hold for one more. Nice, everyone. Come back to your normal alignment of your Anjaneyasana. Lift the arms alongside the ears, inhale. Left hand takes the right wrist and we side stretch over to the left, exhale. Keep pulling that left knee through center. Press down into the big toe of the left foot. Breathe into the right side body and exhale, really find expansion into your side stretch, using all that space created with the breath. Inhale fully and exhale fully. Through center, we inhale, keep the legs long, we send it back to our pyramid pose. So send the feet as far apart as they can so that the back heel stays lifted, and then fold with your next exhale. And if you walk the hands forward on the other side, we repeat. Otherwise, if you walk them between the legs, you can be here using fingertips, using blocks. Lift through the back heel of the foot, and fold, exhale. Breathing here too. Final breath, inhale. And exhale. Nice, everyone. We Skandasana into the left knee, the toes turn towards the right. Start to lower the sit bones down towards the ground. So maybe you took it into a side stretch, the right arm goes high, inhale. Maybe you caught a bind, fingertips to fingertips, roll the right shoulder back and down the spine of your hair, and maintain that compression between the left shin and the left side of the waist. If you took it into your side crow, the hands meet the back of the mat, and you can start to float the right leg. Maybe start to dip the heart down towards the ground. 2 breaths, inhale. Exhale. Final breath. And we all meet back in our Skandasana. And exhale. Reset. Lift. Press into that left foot to take a halfway lift. Inhale. As we exhale, turn the heels in, we rise to our goddess pose. And we're gonna just pause here this time. So cactus the arms, sit deeply, tuck the tailbone under. And as though you're trying to open from the knees. So there's gonna be an engagement of the glutes here as you tuck the pelvis and the tailbone under. You can keep the cactus arms if that's okay. You can bring it to heart center, or you can use the hands, the palms as a bit of feedback for the knees to almost work against here. So really finding that groin space. It's a fiery one. Let's hold 2. If you want more, you can lift the heels. Ooh, I'm shaking. I wonder if you can see it. One more breath. Release the heels, exhale. Take an interlace behind the back this time. Stand and lengthen, inhale, turn the toes in. Take your prasarita fold, exhale. Move the weight forward, inhale, balls of the feet. And as though you're guiding the pinkies down towards the ground, we hinge at the hips. Gentle lift from the base of the belly, the base of the navel, Uddiyana Bandha. Final breath. Exhale, release hands towards the floor, halfway lift, inhale. We turn towards the right foot this time, drop towards the left knee, exhale. Send the hips back and lengthen, Ardha Hanuman. So your options are here for you again. You can take it here with blocks to the hands. You can place the hands under the shoulders, press, round through the shoulders, protract, and float that foot. Otherwise, you take interlace behind the back, lift and lengthen again, and then start to fold from here. So it might just test the balance a little bit more as we're taking away some points of the contact with the ground. Big breath in, and big breath out. Nice, everyone. Take an inhale, we travel forward. We're gonna land in our Malasana again, top of the mat, separate the feet. We lift through the heart, inhale, and exhale. From here, a little bit of play. We're gonna drop the right hand behind us, scoop the left arm up, lift the hips, take an inhale, circle the arm. As you exhale, bring it back down and around. We meet back in center, Malasana. To the other side, the left hand goes behind us, right arm high, press into the heels, lift the hips. As you exhale, bring it back down and around. One more on each side, right hand to lower, inhale. And exhale. I am feeling it in my hips. Take an inhale, hips high, left hand low. And exhale to lower. Nice, everyone. Heel toe the feet closer together. Take a halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Fold, exhale. Start to rise on your inhale, stand tall. And hands to prayer heart center. Exhale. Okay, let's continue. Start to find your Utkatasana chair pose. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms. Take a fold forward, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale. Step, jump, take it back through your Vinyasa. Exhale to lower. Cobras, up dogs. And downward facing dog. The right leg is going to go high, 3-leg dog. The right knee drops behind the right wrist. And we're going to find our way to our high pigeon, or I'm going to talk you through king pigeon. So you might need your straps at this moment. Let's fetch mine. So keep it close by so that you have easy access to it. And then you're going to start to send that left leg away, but keep the chest lifted. So here, you might want to pop a block underneath the right glute for some extra support if you feel like it's floating away from the ground. And that can be there as a little bit of feedback for the thigh to push against. Start to lift through the heart, inhale. Just find your setup here as you exhale. Find that stability all the way from the base. From here, if you want to start to take it to the next sort of stage of your king pigeon, you're going to pop your strap or whatever it is you're using around the back foot, and then start to really use that left hamstring to draw the left heel closer towards the back body. And then you can start to walk the hands closer towards the foot. Keep wrapping the elbows towards the ears. Keep closing space between ears and tricep. Keep sending the left hip forward as you lift the heart. And then melt down into the right glute. Let's breathe here fully. Final breath. And exhale. Slowly release that leg. Take it down into a pigeon fold. Exhale. It's always an intense one. Okay, take a nice deep breath to settle. Walk the hands back where they came from. You're just going to step it back to your downward facing dog. Take it nice and slowly as you transition there. It can feel quite intense into the right leg, into the left hip. So just pedal it out through the feet. Okay, we're going to take it straight to the other side. Left leg goes high, 3-leg. Knee to the back of the left wrist. And find your way down towards your pigeon. So again, find your block. Pop it under that left glute if it's floating. And then find just a couple of breaths as you make your way to this chest lifted pigeon space. Keep pressing into the bottom fingers, lengthen through the torso. Exhale. Okay, you press into that leg down towards the ground. That's going to keep you lifted as you maybe release the hands so that you can strap up through the back foot. And then from here, you start to take that bind, walking hands down your strap, and keep turning the right side of the chest forward. So just notice if you're going off at an angle, and then start to rotate the chest through center. And we use all of that energy we've woken up into the right hamstring to draw the right heel towards the back body. Draw triceps to ears. Everything wraps in towards the midline. Inhale. Exhale. 2 breaths. Where can you soften? Final breath. And slowly release. Well done. And you can move the block if you like. Pop it to one side, take it down into your pigeon fold. Start to rise on your next inhale. And we're just going to take it straight through to seated. Lengthen the legs out ahead. Let's take one Paschimottanasana. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Start to close all of that space created, all of that opening energy into the hip space. We re-find our hamstrings again. And then start to draw the heart towards the toes. Maybe the gaze is towards the heels or past the tops of the big toes. Try to avoid rounding through the spine here. I want you to really think, if anything, think about a back bend. It might not look like a back bend, but it will help us come into neutral. And then lengthen the inner ankles. Breathing here, inhale. And exhale. Start to rise on your next inhale. Round through the spine as you slowly release yourself all the way towards the ground. Take it as slowly as you can, this transition. And finally, we release, exhale. Let's draw the knees in towards the chest, and then shuffle the hips towards the right. Keep the thighs connected, drop knees to the left, take it into a twist. Traveling back through center, inhale. Hips to the left, knees to the right, exhale. Notice how it feels as the body, the nervous system starts to come down again, can be quite activated by back bends and all of this breath-connected movement. So just notice how the body is feeling as we start to wind it down and move towards a space of stillness, of slowness, of rest. Let's travel through center on your inhale and find your shavasana, exhale. And intuitively, my hands just wanted to meet my hips, my lower belly, so maybe that's a sign that the right space of the body has been activated. Just feeling into all of the new sensations, or the new pathways for the breath. Where is the breath moving? Where has the breath deepened? What spaces of the body are feeling opened? What differences can we see between now and the moment that you arrived on your mats? Maybe they're very small and subtle, that is fine. Maybe they're physical, maybe they're mental. Maybe they're emotional, whatever it is that is there with you. And as always, you can stay here for as long as you need. Otherwise, the smallest of movements that start to arrive back into the body are the ones that bring you back into this space. Without thinking about it too much, it could just be a twitch of the fingers, a lick of the lips. Let's take a full body stretch if you are ready to. Arms lengthen, thighs connect, pointing the toes, breathe it in. Knees to the chest, exhale. Let's drop onto one side and gently make your way back up through seated. And arriving cross-legged. Bringing hands to prayer at heart center, thanking yourself so much for carving out this time for you today. Making time to move and to breathe, it really is as simple as that sometimes. Have a gorgeous rest of your day wherever you're going, and thank you so much for practicing with me. I will see you on the mat sometime soon. Jai.